Just to give you a brief update of what we had happen here, Zone 1 officers were dispatched for a male shot in the chest. Upon their arrival, they found a victim inside the van parked outside of the school. That victim was transported to AGH Hospital. He is in critical condition at this time. The investigation is ongoing. There's no one detained at this time. We still have the school on lockdown. We do not believe the shooters are in the area. However, until we're sure of that and we secure the area, we're going to have the school remain on lockdown. And at this time, we are interviewing several of the witnesses to the event and trying to determine what exactly happened here today. This was a student of the school, yes.
Any idea of what grade or anything like that?
Just a male, 15 years of age. And that's all the information at this time we can release.
Any idea if the shooters were also students?
Two shooters. We do not know that relationship at this time. We're still investigating that.
Was any possible shooter taken into custody or any in custody?
Not at this time. Not at this time.
We've heard one was detained. Is that incorrect?
We had somebody that was detained initially on scene. It was determined they were not involved at this time, but their information was gathered.
Do you know if this van was targeted or if this was random? Like, was this particular student targeted?
That's what we're trying to determine at this time.
Do we know which way these shooters ran at all?
We have a direction of flight. We're investigating that now. We're actively searching that area.
Were there other students inside the van in addition to the victim, and were there any or many student witnesses to the shooting?
There's witnesses to the shooting, we believe. We're attempting to ascertain that information from them. As far as we know, the driver and the victim were the only ones in the van at the time of the shooting.
Did they open the door, or would they shoot through a window, or how did this go down?
We're still working on it. I don't want to comment on that because that would be me making assumptions at this time. So we're still trying to determine that. We do have video that we're also looking at.
And can you tell me the condition again?
And our victim is in critical condition at this time. He's in surgery.
And were you able to see how many shots and where he was?
We believe he shot twice in the chest area.
Okay, was this as school was letting out for the day?
Just before.
What are the video sources for this? Is it school building cameras, a video inside the van? How much and how clear is the video that you have?
We have multiple views. We haven't been able to view everything, but we have school video. We have a video from outside, and of course, adjoining properties near the school that we're also looking at.
Do we know at all if there have been any Facebook postings, anything that may have tipped this off? Or
obviously, we'll look into those things. At this point, we're still early in the investigation, so we're still trying to determine that.
With these two people on the run, should they be considered armed and dangerous then?
Obviously, yes, we consider them armed and dangerous, and we are actively trying to determine if we can find that location. When we deem it to be safe in this area, then we will let the school open back up again, which I don't have that information.
What should parents be doing right now if it is inside the school?
The school is secure. We don't believe there's any danger for the kids that are inside the school. That's why they're on lockdown. So right now they should just remain at home and wait until they hear that their students are releasing it. At that time they can come and pick up their kids or make the arrangements that they normally do. We'll have that all arranged once we're finished here.
People who live in the area, can you give us a description if they may have seen somebody fleeing of the shooters or tentative description?
We don't have a very good description right now. Just two males that were involved in the incident. Both had masks over their faces. So that's really all we have at this point. So that's why we're trying to rely on video. We're asking that anybody in the area, neighbors that may have seen anything or seen those suspects or have any information that they contact the detective so we can follow up.
These younger men, do we even have
We don't know for sure. It appears that they were also younger males, yes.
I'm sorry,
but these handguns, long guns,
It appeared to be a handgun, yes.
They were masked. Any further description of clothing? I'm sorry.
Just dark clothing from what we can make out from the video that we've seen so far. We may be able to get something
I
clearer.
saw investigators by the edge of the parking lot taking photographs down in the snow. What was in there?
We're just following up on potential evidence that we might find.
I'm
Was there
sorry.
a weapon?
There obviously was at least one weapon, yes.
Did you say that the victim was inside the van when he was shot?
The victim was inside the van when he was shot,
And
yes.
was the shooter inside the van as well?
No, the shooter walked up to the van.
But there's so one shooter, but two people.
We're still trying to determine that.
It's all preliminary investigation.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And how many other students were on this van again?
He was the only student that was
He was
inside
the
the van.
only student.
He was the
sitting on
only
van.
student.
With the
yeah.
driver or by himself?
With the driver. Correct.
Just to make sure we got numbers right. One student in critical condition AGH. How many shooters in this?
Two suspects.
Two suspects.
Did both open fire?
We're still investigating that. We just know that there was two people. There was at least one shooter.
How's the bus driver handling it?
Obviously, very upset, but cooperative and helping in any way that he can.
Were they injured at all, that driver?
No, he was not injured.
And is it normal for just one student to be on this bus? Were others about to get on the bus, or is the student taken separately?
That's something that we're going to determine later when we talk to him.
Chief Schubert, do you want to say anything?
No, just there's been enough said. I mean, this is obviously for us a tragedy anytime anyone's shot. To have that a teenager in front of a school is something we don't accept, and we're going to do everything we can with our investigative resources, every tool we have, to try to locate the people that were involved and get them into custody.
Any concern? We had a gun incident out in Carrick last week, and now this outside the school. I mean, are we concerned more it's caught now than ever? Or is it just something we got to deal with?
No, I mean, it's a concern with how many guns are out on the street. It's obviously a concern, for us in any location. But as I said, at a school, we're not. That's something we don't want, and we're going to do everything we can to find out who did it and bring them to justice. Our hearts are out with the family and the person that was shot, but we still got a lot of work to do, and we want to get back and do it.
Has the victim's family been notified?
They have. That's all we have right now, though. Okay.
Thank you, guys.